I'm Kat. Welcome to today's video where I talk to you about things you don't know about YouTubers. And some of you might know some of the things I'm going to talk about, but I think that this is something I've never talked about. At least I don't think, so just gonna jump right into it. I don't know if you've picked up on this, but most YouTubers that are vloggers or personalities get to be where they are because of their friends and their socializing. So a lot of vloggers you know end up becoming popular because of who they hang out with. So it's kind of like a very weird social situation because you've got this group, this community kind of people. It's so large now, it's very hard to keep track, but essentially if you're rubbing shoulders with the right people and you collab with the right people and you're constantly kind of going to these hangouts and parties and stuff, then you can like weasel your way into like becoming famous and being a YouTuber. And that's not to say that all YouTubers get their fame that way, but it's something that I've noticed over the last few years. A lot of people have been getting their fame that way. And obviously collabing and partnering is just a part of YouTube, but it's kind of gross when you see that there's these people getting into the community that are just befriending people just to become famous. It's really gross, but yeah, that's one thing you might not know about YouTubers. Another thing you might not know about YouTubers is it can actually be kind of triggering for depression and anxiety for people who are a little bit prone to it for so many different reasons. And I think that's why you see a lot of YouTubers tweeting about feeling depressed or tweeting about anxiety, and it's because we're in this very weird work situation where we kind of tend to work alone. We usually film at home and we edit ourselves, and of course there's always exceptions to the rule here. Like, yes, there's people who have skits and they work with editors and shooters and it's more of like a group project thing, but there's a lot of YouTubers who are kind of just self-made. We come up with our own video ideas, we film them by ourselves, we edit them ourselves, and it can be kind of lonely. And when it's your occupation, you're not regularly going to see people on a daily basis necessarily, and at first it's kind of cool. But you know, when you get to like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years of doing it full time, it can get to the point where you're just like, oh, like I'm always alone and I'm working by myself, and there's a lack of routine that just kind of like puts you into this slump. Even for the people who are very good at being self-motivated and working, it can just still feel very lonely and make you feel depressed. And then in terms of anxiety, it's like you feel this pressure to always be relevant. You wonder, are people gonna stop watching my videos? And when your view count goes down consistently, or for some reason you're not getting any sponsorships, there's so many things that can add anxiety into your life just by being a YouTuber. I think on the outside it can look like a very glamorous job, and it can be a very lucrative and glamorous and fun job, but there's also these downsides of just like never knowing in the community who's trying to be your friend just because they want to be your friend or because they want to use you. Having people not think that you're as talented or as good as other people because you don't have as many subscribers, or people in like the TV and movie industry might look at you and think that you're not as important as other people in the entertainment industry because you're this like nerdy internet vlogger that like, what is that anyway? So there's a lot of weird misconceptions about what YouTubers are and how people kind of think of us, and it's just, I feel like it's something that the audience doesn't really think about a lot because you guys just get to hang out with us and see us when we're making videos and read our tweets and our Instagram stories and stuff like that. But there is a heavier side sometimes of being a YouTuber, and just personally, I know a lot of friends that struggle with depression and just, you know, a lot of things that they have to work on within themselves. And I think that ultimately it's, you know, it's good stuff. It pushes you, and you know, I've personally had to deal with depression and anxiety, and a lot of it coming from my job, and realizing that there's areas in my life that I was, you know, very much lacking in due to my job, and I had to force myself to hang out with more people. I have to force myself to keep a schedule and have a to-do list, and there's certain things that I have to do now in order to maintain my mental health as a YouTuber, because it can be kind of trying to be a YouTuber at times, or an internet personality, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, those are that's just some stuff that I kind of wanted to not necessarily get off my chest, but just talk about, because I think that so many people are just like, oh my god, I want to be a YouTuber. Oh, I want to be a YouTuber. And like, yeah, it's cool, but like, it's important to know the good and the bad of a career or a hobby when you're kind of diving into it. And that's just kind of like the negative side of things. The awesome things though that you don't know about being a YouTuber is there are a lot of tight-knit people in a community, and you do have amazing support from friends and events like VidCon and Playlist, where you can go and just hang out with people and that do the same thing as you and get inspired and all that fun stuff, you know? So anyways, being a YouTuber isn't all bad. I just thought I would talk about some stuff you might not know about it. So anyways, I think that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you think you would ever want to be a YouTuber. If so, yes. If not, why? And I'll see you guys here soon with a new video. Bye!